Hey everyone, welcome back to another Siege video. We are kicking off the first Siege of our next season against Bug2Us and BloodRose. So we're going to get to see what the new meta looks like. So it looks like for Bug2Us we got some Odins, we got some Chandra Byungs, some Carcano Fuukis, which I think are more last season, and also the Seara / Lamellia comp stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into our first match for this season. So in this one, we're going to be going up against Chandra, Byung, and Dark Panda. Let's see, I think we're going to go ahead and use Bolverk, Amelia, and Windy. Just didn't click on Windy yet. But yeah, so I think this comp, we've done this one before, so just wanted to kick us off with an easy, well, you know, knock on wood, hopefully easy win for our first match. So yeah, so this is what our Bolverk, Amelia, Windy looks like. Yeah, let's go ahead and just see what happens. Alright, so for our first match, looks like they take first turn. We're going to go ahead and get our full stacks on Bolverk. We're going to go ahead and slurp up the Chandra. Looks like we got the freeze. We're already at 5 stacks again. Luckily, I think Byung used his S2 the first turn, so he doesn't have that. We're going to head and just try to slow the Byung down and then get the kill on the Chandra. And so with the Chandra down, I think we're going to head and focus the Byung next, just because I guess Mihyang can defense break, but I think we could just go for Byung because Mihyang will buff us, or buff our stacks too. So we're just going to go for Byung. So looks like we get the second Bolverk proc on Byung. We just need one more. We're at 3 stacks, so it looks like we're at 5 stacks now. And with 5 stacks, we'll finish off Byung, and we'll finish off the Vire proc too, which is equally good. So with Byung down, I think that this will be a clean win. So yeah, so nice. We'll head off to the next one. Alright, for our next siege hit, I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit a Carcano, Lume, Fuuki, and with this one, I like using the Mihyang, Bulldozer, and Immesity, but I like the Bulldozer on this double will build. So you want as much crit damage defense as possible on double will and blade, I guess, to help out, but blade's optional, and so we'll see it in a second. But I think that I like the double will build because you'll get the first turn like we see here, and then you can snipe out the Lume, and then Bulldozer still has will on, so because no one else took the turn yet, Carcano will go second. And he'll try to defense break the Bulldozer, but won't get the defense break. And so then you can try to focus off the Carcano. But without Bulldozer defense broken, it becomes a little bit easier win. It's nice. It looks like we won, and we'll head off to the next one. Alright, for our next hit, we are stealing other people's hidden tech stuff, and by hidden tech I mean it was posted on YouTube already, so I don't feel so bad stealing it. So for this one, we're just going to go ahead and use Conrad, Robo, and Bernard. So we're going to use that into our Seara, Jeogun, Lamellia. So the idea here is, I think last season we tried to use Robo, Conrad, and Camilla, but Camilla was a little sketchy into Seara at least, so with this idea here, we're going to try to just boost up Robo, Conrad with Bernard. So Bernard will go first, he'll boost up the rest of the team. After his team goes, what's his face will explode, and then Conrad will swap and kill the Lamellia. And then it looks like it was a Vio Jeogun. Even if it was Swift Jeogun, there's still a chance that, I guess if it's Swift Jeogun, it's still a little scary, but you want speed up effects on your Bernard because you want your Bernard to lap their Swift Jeogun. And I think I only have like 50% or 40% Swift up effect, but the more the better. So yeah, the idea again is Bernard boost, kill the Lamellia first, then kill the Seara second. Hopefully the water Robo eats the bombs perfectly fine, and then with the 2 of them down, we can kill the Jeogun, and it should be clean win afterwards. So nice. We shall head off to the next one. Alright, for our 3rd hit of the season, we are going to, again, just use the same team, Mihyang, Dozer, and Immesity, against our Carcano, Lume, Fuuki. So for here, again, just fastest set on Immesity. You want your Dozer on, actually I think I changed the runes, that's so interesting. You want your Dozer on double will here, again, so you can snipe them out, and then on the enemy's Carcano's turn, your Dozer doesn't get defense broken. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch this one play out. Alright, looks like we got first turn, we got sped, so we boost up our Dozer, we snipe out the Lume, and then we resist the defense break, we boost up, and then, I don't think, just to point it out, the Mihyang, I don't think has to do a lot of damage. You want your Mihyang to tank, so I think that on my Mihyang, I went crit damage slot 4, but hit point slot 6, just to try to tank out the Fuuki a lot better. Yeah, so it looks like we got another win, so we'll head off to the next one. Alright, for our next hit, we are bringing out the Mork team. So hopefully we kill, I think that for this one, I didn't actually know the super best idea here, but my idea was if we kill out the Carcano, either Mihyang can sustain us and kill the tableau, or Chilling can sustain and kill the tableau in Eshir. So yeah, so we're going to use Mork here because we want to snipe out the Carcano, and then hopefully just kill off the tableau second. So yeah, so we got the first turn. Again, I think you want your fastest set on Mork and your second fastest set on your next fastest Swift will set on Chilling. So it looks like we got the Carcano snipe, and we're gonna steal some more speed buffs. Mork's gonna go ahead and try to defense break. It looks like we got the defense break, which is pretty good. Eshir went for the best target, which was nice. The Chilling did so much damage, and we finished the tableau. And I think with tableau dead and it's just 3v1, this should be a pretty clean win. So nice, we'll head off to the next one. Alrighty, for the next one, we're going to fight a Platy, Irene, Shahat, and we're going to try out the Veromos, Racuni, Talc combo. Talc probably being the coolest monster in the game. I love Talc. I hope he gets a 2A awakening. I think he'd be really cool. Him or like one of the shark people I think would be cool, but I digress. Yeah, so hopefully the idea here is the Irene eats up the Racuni. Luckily we resist it, and then we want to do damage on our Veromos, so Veromos gets our crit rate / hit point slot 4/6. So Shahat should be focusing Talc, Irene tries to eat Racuni, and then Veromos will try to kill Platy first. And I think that the nice thing is about this team, right, is that like maybe if it was if they did a light LD5 damage dealer instead of Shahat, maybe this idea wouldn't work. But I think if they did like a dark damage dealer against in place of Shahat, then Talc could just be a light tank. Like Talc could be like light string master or something. So I think that this team's pretty versatile, which is nice. Yeah, so it looks like we're slowly just gonna whittle down the Platy, just one little dot at a time. The irony, I guess, in this team is that, you know, with the reflect buff, you might be buffing Veromos to go sooner, so it's kind of nice. But yeah, so I think that we're gonna see Platy die shortly, and again, I think you kind of want your Talc to hit Platy, if only to get the provoke, so that you can get the kill faster. But yeah, I think with Platy dead, this should be a pretty clean win afterwards. We kind of saw how we can sustain it. It's nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it as a win, and we'll watch this play out and head off to the next one. Alright, for our next hit, we are going to try out how Sonia feels after her buff, or not her buff, her specifically debuff, or nerf, I can't talk. But yeah, we're going to see how she is after her nerf. I think that my Sonia just arguably isn't super great. My guildie has a plus 2k attack Sonia, and I think that's way better. But that's okay. So yeah, I think that what we want to do here is Ethna is the Swifty, so we want to try to kill Ethna and hope that Benedict is not super tanky. So Ying does get the kill, which is nice, and so I think with the two of them down, it looks like Sonia at least was able to do enough to the Ethna for sure. Yeah, I don't really see Ethna as a Swift, or as a trap to Sonia. So nice, we get the win with our Sonia, so we'll head off to the next one. Alright, so I think we fought this one a lot last season. This is our classic Dominic Riley arena. So whenever we see, well, I don't know, whenever I see the Kumar Tyrannus Brita, I like the Dominic just because we get to use him. So yeah, so in this team, I think that maybe Brita is the smarter one to focus, but I think it's just pretty safe and it doesn't really matter. So I always just focus the Tyrannus. And it truly didn't matter here because I procced so much. So we take the free procs. But yeah, so we get the first Tyrannus life down. Nothing is really super spooky. Again, yeah, our Dominic just wanted us to win so hard. So yeah, we cleanse the Oblivion. We get the final S1. Yeah, we got the proc. We just proc so much. Either way, you don't need to proc this much to win. It just takes a little bit longer if you don't. But yeah, I think with the Tyrannus down, I'm going to go ahead and call this one a win too. After this one, I think we just focus Kumar, because I believe in the Rika tank. So we'll focus Kumar then Brita. But yeah, I'm going to call this one a win, and we'll go ahead and see you in the next hit. Alrighty, for our next hit, we are hitting again another Carcano, Lume, Fuuki. We're just going for the same thing. Somehow my Bulldozer build is different in every single iteration of this attack, but that's okay. So again, we just want Bulldozer always on double will for this variation. But yeah, so for here, our Immesity gets the first turn. We boost up our Dozer, we take out the Lume, and we try to snipe, or we don't try to snipe out the Carcano. So for this one, the Fuuki proc, so we try to get the push back. For Mihyang's next turn, again, you want to extend the buffs, so Bulldozer has buffs up. This one's odd because Carcano was in stance, so because Carcano was in stance, I think I went for Fuuki second, which can be a little scary potentially, but it worked out here just fine. So Carcano comes out of stance and Dozer snipes him, so we get the win again, and we'll head off to the next one. Alright, for our 10th hit, we're going to go ahead and hit one of these Lamellia Tarnisha defenses, and I think that we can just go ahead and Varad Heinies or Homunculus them, and so that is what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Varad, we're going to go ahead and strip. Looks like they have double will, so we do get the strip, which is super nice. We want to defense break the Tarnisha, didn't get it, but we got the proc. Varad did get the freeze, which is nice. So here, I think that we want to try to make sure to focus, because the Eshir resisted the freeze, we wanted to make sure to focus him and push him back. Now that he's controlled, I think we want to switch to the Tarnisha. So as long as we just get more resets, it should be kind of okay. We missed the defense break, which is totally fine, because he's still frozen. We get the increased freeze time to 2, and with the increased freeze time, I think that pretty much wraps this one up. Let's see, do we get the proc for the kill? No, we don't. Oh, but we get the Heinies kill. So yeah, with that one, we get our 10 wins in a row this siege to start off the new season. But nice. So thanks all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.